With a look ahead to Game 7, here's TSN's Rob Sinclair.
Mark Messier knew he went out on a limb when he guaranteed a win in Game 6. But experience taught him to say what his team needed to hear, that a winner always believes he will win, which is why he does.
In my mind, you know what I mean, it was more just that we needed to get back the confidence and play with the confidence that we played with all year, and it wasn't about being cocky or arrogant or anything like that. It was just trying to, you know, it was one of those things that you got to get the team to believe.
You know, he's looking pretty good right now to his people, and you know, you got to credit him for making a bold statement like that, and he backs it up. That's what the guy's a winner, and that's what he does.
Guerin's disbelief is now the concern for the Devils. For the first time in this series, their defensive shell cracked. And when it did, Mark Messier rumbled through the opening and got the Rangers believing again.
Everybody tells me, Alex, it's your game, you know, it's a really important game. You can win this game. So I believe this.
He knows the psychology of the team, and he has his finger on the pulse of everybody in here and can lead everybody, and he takes responsibility on his own shoulder, so he doesn't point fingers. He just says, let's all do this together, we all can, and he's not asking anything of ourselves that we couldn't do or feel we couldn't do.
But coming back to continue on has become a Devil trademark in these playoffs, which is why the veterans continue to talk a winning game.
I feel good about the way we bounce back off bad losses or things like this all year long, and we're not a flashy team. We're a bunch of workers, and we got to you know, put in our mind that they're the favorites and they're the ones that everyone predicted they're going to win the Stanley Cup, and they got a good hockey team. But so we're going in Game 7, and we got to be happy to be there and not feel down about mistakes that we've made, because you can look at that when it's all over and done, but there's not enough time right now to feel sorry for yourself. You got to look ahead and be positive about it.
In tangible terms, the series has proven how even these teams are. So the intangibles are the key. Both teams are looking for an edge, but the general consensus is Madison Square Garden is not one of them.
What's our record there right now? I think it's we've won 2 games, so out of the 3. So we have to use that to our advantage and go in there and play the same way we did those 2 games and the way we played 4 and 5.
We've won in there, so I mean it's not a real big deal. I don't think. I think we're a veteran enough team that we know and know what we have to do and play a 60-minute hockey game, and I think we'll be fine.
And in keeping with the even-Steven nature of this series, any sense of accomplishment for the Rangers in Game 6 is now a thing of the past.
It's 3-3 now, and we're going back to the Gardens for Game 7, and anything can happen in a Game 7. We won't accomplish anything until we achieve our goal, and that's to win the Stanley Cup.
The hardest game to win is that 4th game, and this series has been no different than was said to be at the beginning of the series, and that would be tough. Both teams are quite evenly matched, and both teams have excellent players on both sides. So with that in mind, I think Game 7 is going to be a hell of a game.
Mainly because in a Game 7 scenario, we know what the intangibles are. What we don't know is how they'll come into play. For the Rangers, it'll be their experience. And for the Devils, it'll be their resiliency. Rob Sinclair, TSN, New York.